I'm live on Facebook.
What's that?
I'm live on Facebook.
You're live on Facebook?
I couldn't get YouTube.
Okay, fantastic. Let me, does Lisa Alvarez know?
Probably not.
Well, we're just gonna upload it, later anyhow.
Yeah.
Or have it connected. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the first meeting of the old URTV, Western North Carolina Community Media Center. And I had passed the paper so everybody could sign in. And for tonight's meeting, we have Lisa Landis, aka Glow Lady. We have Ralph Roberts. We also have Larry Grillo, Marsha Grillo, and we have Christopher Lowery. And as I said, this is our first meeting, so you can bear with us because we don't know what we are going to do either. So, URTV was a community media center that we had through public education and government. And Ralph is one of the former board members. Say hi, Ralph, to everybody. And there's another one, Ralph. Don't forget about that one. Oh, totally impromptu. If any of you have ever watched URTV in the live stream, you will know that it was very impromptu. And we just winged it, and we had a good time doing it. And a lot of us, it was our jobs and our businesses that we had started that was taken from us due to the funding, the denial of our funding from Buncombe County government. So we are meeting in order to discuss the station back up and running again. So tonight's meeting, I think, is basically a roundtable as to what we would like to see. And we're just gonna talk about whatever comes up. So I had said about proceeding, and that would be a non-profit, and how to organize a non-profit. That would be one of the things that we would have to do, is organize. And does anybody know anything about a non-profit?
Any non-profit specialists out there that would like to step forward, we would like to hear from you.
That's Christopher, you heard what he said?
And
Any non-profits?
where should they hear, get their message to us? A phone number? Or how?
Whatever platform you're watching this video on.
Whatever
Come find us.
platform you're watching this video
Okay.
on, because we are just beginning to organize.
Okay.
I mean, I could give them my email address,
Good.
but that means that I'd be open to spammers. No spammers, please. No hate mail.
Otherwise, I guess, you make your comments on Facebook or YouTube, whichever you're viewing this on.
That'll be it.
And whoever's speaking here, we should probably just try and speak pretty loud, to be heard by the camera.
Okay, I have REV Lisa Landis. So that'll be one of the email contacts for right now. You can contact me, and I will make sure that everybody else gets the information also. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, your wants, your needs, make sure that you get a hold of and put in your input. We want to include everybody in this. So we don't wanna block anybody out. Now, fundraising, how do we go about? Are we going to be considering fundraising, or that's what we're gonna talk about at a later date?
Well, I think that's really truly based on how we're trying to seek funding in the first place. Like if we were trying to get fundraising for, I don't know how to finish that thought, but if we're trying
Well, that's, yeah.
to fund this movement as far as just trying to get our voices heard, or are we trying to like win back the pig thieves? I don't know what the ultimate goal is.
Okay, before we had started the streaming, I had brought up about a class action lawsuit as a possibility for recovering our personal losses, because we as producers paid sometimes a lot of money in order to produce our own work. I mean, a lot of it, it was a lot of time and money that some of us put into something that we really enjoyed. And I think that due to the denial of funds by the former county manager, Wanda Green, who is now serving 7 years in federal prison for the misappropriation of the funds, and public access funds have to be included instead of discluded, or that should be, I think, a incentive for Buncombe County to agree to reinstate our community media center. That's my opinion.
And I think, that aspect needs to be researched, investigated seriously.
There's an
see
ongoing investigation,
Where the money went
right,
and where the equipment went and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. So there's still an ongoing investigation as to what happened and all that, because there have been several stories regarding, and Ralph, you heard one story, I heard another story, other people heard more, so it's like whatever happened to that equipment, where did it go? So, I guess that's one of the things that we should write down as to equipment.
I said, accounting of equipment, inventory. There was a final inventory, I believe, done by Jonathan.
Done by Jonathan,
And
correct?
turned over, right, to the government authorities.
I think knowing Jonathan,
And hey, Jonathan, if you're out there listening,
he would have an accounting of it,
he
knowing
probably
him.
has
I don't think
might have a record
that
of it
he
somewhere.
would, yeah, I don't think he would have given up, because he used to be a lot of people at the studio, and for the producers, if you ever produced, we all knew Jonathan, and he did a heck of a job.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, I don't have anything to add at this moment.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Personally, my goals that I would like to see happen would be that there's once again a place for citizens of this area to utilize equipment and also knowledge to learn how to produce videos if they so want to, and to get them viewed. There's various different ways to do that as far as getting them viewed nowadays. With URTV it was cable plus live streaming, and but it was nice that they had equipment where people could come in and learn how to edit with nice software that they might not be equipment, and software they couldn't afford. Personally, I put in a lot of time but not much money because I didn't have much money to put in, and that's where a lot of people are. Or if they did have all that stuff, they might be just doing it at home, you know, by themselves already. But it's a great learning tool for youth in the community and elderly people, people of any age that just decide, well, this is what I would like to learn about and know how to do, and carry through with it. And Jonathan was a great person in helping people learn how to do that. That was part of his job.
Ralph, did you want to say anything to that?
Well, I think the priority should be on getting a 501c nonprofit status. Then you get people to donate equipment. You can find perhaps a space to be donated. And you can start building a working studio.
Okay, so the first order or first item on the agenda is,
I think I'm going to take the camera off the tripod so I can get closer, because he has a very soft voice. And I
Okay.
don't know if anybody will be able to hear that.
And I have a lack thereof.
501c3, the nonprofit for the state of North Carolina.
Robin's watching. I was just saying, my sister's watching in Massachusetts.
Hey,
Robin.
how are you? Who was it, Robin?
Robin, yeah.
Hey, Robin. I love you, brother.
I still haven't turned the camera off, so cease for a moment here.
Okay.
Turn it back on, start it up.
And we still have we have Larry going live. They're still
Okay, we're
streaming
rolling
live,
again.
and you're on again.
Camera
Rolling.
momentarily turned off because my finger touched something that shouldn't have.
Oh, we'll forgive you.
Could you say that again, Ralph, please?
Well, I think the priority should be on getting nonprofit status, because then you can get people to donate equipment, donate software maybe, donate space. The whole ideal about having public TV is to be able to produce. If you don't have stuff on the air or streaming, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to have public TV because you're not doing anything.
Yeah. And having space, I think, is important too, because I have a small space, and there's a lot of things I maybe would want to do, but I don't have the space for. But if, say, someone wants to put on a theatrical production or, you know, something like that, you need some space to do those things,
Yeah,
unless
or
you're
just enough for-
just a mime or something, you know?
Yeah, for lights and green screen,
Yeah,
a control board and the other stuff you need.
yeah. Or if you want to have live music, a band playing or
Yeah.
something, you need a little bit of space and the right equipment to put that off in a decent way.
So the first thing on the agenda is working on the nonprofit. Is that what everybody is agreeing on? Everybody that's here?
Yeah, I think that's very important, and also would like to get my hands some more information about the state and federal laws regarding the PEG funds and all that,
Okay.
so that I know exactly how it works and, you know, what I'm talking about, if I am to talk about it in the future,
Correct.
so I'm not spreading misinformation.
Ralph, can you help us with any of that? Do you know any of the information in behind that?
Not yet.
Other than being a board
But there
member?
are plenty of guides on the internet,
Okay,
and you want one specific to North Carolina, of course.
okay. And if there's anybody out there who knows what they're doing and would like to donate their time at this point in time, we's all needed to donate and volunteer our time as to what we are doing and how to proceed. So,
As far as the equipment, I know some of it was sold off. The equipment's out of date. It's all standard definition stuff that was years old when we had it in
Right.
our TV. So even if we can find it, it's not worth getting.
Yeah, and the good thing about that is that the prices on these things have come down, and the size is smaller. So, there's not much, yeah, here's an example right here, folks.
The DJI Osmos Pocket is shooting right now 4K at 30 frames a second. They look real good on
Yep.
Facebook.
There's see this camera, it's only doing 1080p, and that's all it will do, the best it will do, which I think is decent enough. But because television, a lot of television doesn't do even 1080p. They do like 720.
Yeah.
But in some more snazzier neighborhoods, they're probably doing 4K maybe.
Yeah, especially the YouTube stuff, all the video logs and so forth on YouTube pretty much are all going to 4K.
Mhm. But I think even more important than say the quality of the image is the content.
Yeah.
Three things: lights, content, lights, sound, and content.
Mm-hmm.
You want everything practically, you want everything properly. Mike, what's a big mistake all of us are making? We don't have proper mics set up
Yes.
with an audio mixer, and then everybody can be heard.
And that is a biggie, because if you just have moving lips, people are gonna lose. If your sign or sound isn't good, people are gonna lose. I mean, everybody's gonna lose.
Yeah.
So, Larry?
Well, you had mentioned on one of the communications on the internet that you talked to Pat.
Yes.
Did she have any words of wisdom?
I am going to be meeting with Pat. Pat is the former executive director. I think that's the correct term. And she does not live in the local area. And she had invited people to come and meet because she's not able to travel to Asheville. So she has opened her house to us sometime in February. So those of us who would like to go to see Pat, she definitely has a world of knowledge in the PEG, the public access, how to proceed, how to set it up, what the rules are, and all that. So that's on the agenda too. I don't have a date, so I can't tell everybody a date, but I had given you guys my email address, and those of you who are interested, contact me on social media. Just put the Glow Lady, GLOLADY, in the internet. You'll find me, or where was that? Rev Lisa Landis at Gmail. That's my email address, so you can email me and say, hey, I would like to go and see Pat and be a part of everything that's going on.
There's no dots or spaces or anything in that.
In the email, no.
Could you say that one more time, please, slowly?
REV Lisa, LISA, Landis, LANDIS, all one word. Rev Lisa Landis.
Thank you.
Okay, so where are we at now? We aren't winding down already, are we?
We're winding up, aren't we? I'm hopefully winding up still instead of winding down.
Yeah, we're just winding up.
Bob Horn is watching.
Bob Horn!
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob!
Hey, Bob.
Miss you, Bob. I haven't seen you around.
Yeah.
I see your picture on Facebook. That's about it.
Hey, Bob.
Where are you, Bob? We need people who know what they're talking about, Bob, another former board member at Western North Carolina Community Media Center. So you definitely have to come to the next meeting so you're not behind the camera. As everybody, what? We're not supposed to have any silence. Okay, phone going off doesn't count.
Bomb, 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 bomb.
All right, so where are we? Okay, we had talked about the nonprofit talked about, now, we didn't really talk about fundraising, did we? That's gonna be more or less later on that we're gonna discuss that, correct?
That's the way I feel about it right now.
Because right now, we're just doing it with our own money, because we have a love and a passion for what we do. I think that that's pretty much why all of the producers did what they did. Because, we didn't get paid.
Yeah.
Not
Nope.
unless we worked, somebody else's show, or, some of us did have sponsorship for our shows.
Yeah.
But then with the government saying that the shows were garbage, I don't know if Bill Stanley remembers telling me that, but,
Yeah. There's a lot of
You
stuff
know.
on, a lot of stuff on the air right now is garbage too, so
yeah.
they get sponsored. But, I wanna say to whoever's out there, is there anybody out there that has like a good space that could be used to, as a studio, That would be wonderful. They could step forward, or, any knowledge like that, about anything regarding this would be good to hear about. So,
Or a meeting space,
We're open.
period. Because I know that there's,
Okay.
I'm hoping that everyone who's watching can hear what we're saying, and it's not just lips moving. Because there is, a refrigerator that's loud, and there is a lot of background noise. I don't know if your sister and Bob can say if they can hear what we're talking about, or, can you hear us?
I hear you.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that's another thing, where do we wanna meet? Because I think it's a little bit too much background if we are going to keep the public informed of these meetings. I think that it needs to be a little bit more on the quiet side. So as for the next time, place, date, and time, that will have to be something that, we'll be bringing it up, and we're gonna try to get as many people involved in this as possible. I mean, I'm happy that there's 5 people show up for the first meeting, And Bob, we can't forget about you.
Yeah, he showed up online. Okay.
Yeah, and really, we don't know how many more people will watch to see what's going on, how we're going to proceed. And I think that it's important that it is live for people who, want to join in with us.
So Bob actually could join in, technologically through Facebook. If he wanted to live stream.
Oh, if he,
I could put the camera right towards your phone, and you can see him saying what he wants to say. Teleconferencing, that kind of thing. You conference with him.
Oh,
See how that.
well, but I don't have him down on Messenger.
Not as a friend. Okay. I do.
Do I have you down as Messenger?
Hey Bob, if you want to talk, just go ahead and type it in. To what you're watching right now, and connect you up.
There we go. You hear that,
Get my
Bob?
cell phone out. I'm guessing he wants to be a silent partner at this point, probably, but I can't really speak for him.
Okay, I have WNC, Community Media Center Producers. It's a Facebook page. So if any of you would like to become a member, this is what we have, our Facebook page. Whoop. You see that?
Yeah.
So you can join us there on our Facebook platform. And this is what you call live TV. Okay, Marcia, your turn.
He's connected. He hasn't disconnected yet. So
Bob says, I am here. Can you see my rating?
ratings.
That would be a yes.
He's on the, oh, wait a minute, there's a watch party.
Oh, well,
Watch party, start a watch party.
See, I'm starting to, trying to initiate a video with Bob here. See, folks?
Oh, there we go, there we go.
There's the thing.
Oh, look at
There
there.
he is,
Chatting
Bob, man.
back to the same
How's it going?
videos at the same time.
Good, doing good.
Mission out of control here.
Hey! How are you, Bob?
And doing good. Guy just happened to be flipping through, and I saw, oh, let's check it out. Hit live, and there I am. That's pretty cool.
Yay!
There,
Turn
this
this
makes me
way.
smaller.
I can go all sorts of directions. This is pretty cool. I've never done this before.
What? Another virgin? That makes 5 of
Yeah.
us.
Right. I remember Lisa, she had her show. I've seen her show, and she's podcasting out of Asheville live.
Okay, Bob. So it's
Oh, here comes Ralph.
okay. What's it?
Oh, that's Bob.
Where'd you go? Where is Bob? There it is.
Yeah.
There's Bob.
Yeah. Am I showing up on yours, or who am I showing
Well,
up
you're showing.
on? I can see.
I'm using just a camera to record,
Okay.
and
Well, that's pretty good. I can see myself and I can see you.
yeah, I can see myself and you both.
Okay, that's
I
pretty
only
cool.
got so many fingers. I could turn myself off if I had more hands. But so
Well, this
see,
is
I can
kinda cool, so you
focus
can have
on
a
myself
conference
more
type
there, or you. So it's kind of like a.
And we have
Major
Larry. Larry's the one who's live streaming
There.
on Facebook.
Yeah, so now he's in the picture too. Got 3 people
Okay.
going here. Yeah.
I got one here. I just got myself and you.
Yeah, but what's going to show up on this camera once I
Oh, I got you.
load it to the computer and put it up?
I got you.
Okay, Bob, what are your 2 cents?
My 2 cents is, I briefly mentioned in the group,
Speak louder.
you can't hear me? Wait a minute.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Yeah, I was thinking, remember I mentioned doing it on the internet. And it'd be nice to get our channel back. But, we could, like you're suggesting, is start it here and maybe even create a website. Or actually we can even do a Facebook page and make it unique to our group so we can come in that way and talk live to each other.
Yeah.
That would be neat. And then if then I have a ability to use a website, and it's called Convertry, and it's more like a sales funnel, but it's fairly straightforward, and we can put information there, and people can catch up, and then we can do meetings periodically like this, and see if we can get other people to come in. We can do GoFundMe. We can do all sorts of interesting things to get people to possibly tell our story,
GoFundMe.
and then see about if we can get more people involved. I know when they took money from our station, caused us to collapse. They put it in the general fund. The general fund, to me, I call it the black hole.
Yes.
Yeah, and it just disappeared. So, but who knows where the money went? But,
Somebody does. We don't.
We had.
Someone knows.
Yeah, someone knows. I remember this happened to us in Florida. We had a public access channel, and the county came to us and said, "Oh, don't worry, don't round up your wagons. We'll protect you." Next thing you know, we're gone. And the same thing basically happened here in Asheville. And it's almost like they had a master plan. They're like like they pass out how to get rid of your public access channel.
Yeah.
Eventually, same thing. But ours was built. Beautiful studio. They had 2 studios side by side. One was the county, and we had a studio just like a mirror image of it, and it was beautiful. And I didn't know anything about public access, so I went down to see it and signed up. The rest is history. Then when I heard they had one up here, I came up and joined this one. So, but the technology has moved so far forward from where we stored someplace, it's probably worthless, totally worthless. Because now we have these cameras that are so powerful that, you know, we can do anything. We can shoot it all on an iPhone or whatever else you want to shoot on. You're doing yours on a camcorder. And so it's a totally different world that where we're at today than we did when we first started out.
Yeah,
So it's all changed.
yeah, and I think we ought to be able to do it for, you know, probably a lot less money than was
Oh, I'm sure. I
done
mean,
before.
I'm sure we can do this as we figure it out. And it looks like a lot of us already figured it out, that we can sit down and talk about it and maybe do our own site and then just have times on what we're going to talk about so people can tune into it. And let's see. And then maybe if we got emails, we can email people so they can reach us, come in and give their 2 cents, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think what happened to us, I guess some of us got too close to the politics, and they just wanted to make this go bye-bye. But I thought it was quite interesting that the people that showed up out of nowhere disappeared just as fast as they came. I won't mention
Yeah.
any names, but it was kind of interesting that they come in and attack us. And then I think maybe part of our problem, we didn't push back, but I think the real problem was we didn't have enough people that knew about the public access channel. So we could have a coalition so we could push back. So I think that was probably one of the big problems they had. But nobody would support us. We tried to get the legal profession involved from the standpoint of doing help us out with you know, where they
Pro
don't make
bono.
any money, but they
Yeah.
help us to survive. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
are you talking about finding an attorney for the legal
yes.
issue?
Well, I think at this stage, you know, it's nobody wants to do anything for free, of course. And
What?
I would. It's just say, well, that was my feeling when we reached out and tried to talk to some of the lawyers. They go, well, that's interesting, but sorry, I can't help you. And that was my thing that I saw. So,
So that would be part of the fundraising in order to hire an attorney, to pay an attorney? Is that
well,
part
I
of?
didn't know if we had a chance at it. I mean, who would we go to in the county or somebody to say, hey, we want our channel back? Or I don't know how we do. We create a YouTube site where we can, you know, people go to and we start a campaign and just word of mouth keeps spreading. Hey, we want to do another public access channel.
Well,
Maybe just start from scratch. Just read about ways. Just
Well,
like here, we're just meeting the first time and starting to do.
we do have a commissioners meeting twice a month, the first and third Tuesday. So if we have people like we were doing before we got shut down and going to the commissioners and city council and saying, hey, you know, we're not gonna roll over and play dead anymore. We're back and we are demanding, because we can prove that it was through criminal activities that the money was taken away to shut us up.
Well, I guess in that case, we can make I don't want to say plea, but make them aware of what happened. I don't know.
I've,
Money went to the person that's now going to jail, supposedly in April. I forget her name.
oh, which one's that? No, Wanda's already in jail.
Oh.
The one that,
Frost?
oh, wait a minute, are you talking Bill Stanley? What, Bill Stanley's going to jail? For his role?
Still talking about one.
Oh, well, yeah, Wanda, she's,
She started serving time.
yeah, she's been serving time. She's, you know, and it's like, is it really fair that the white collar criminals get to go to a nicer prison, even though prisons aren't really nice? But is it fair that just because you're a white collar criminal, you get to go and you don't get to suffer like in the county or state prison.
Yeah, ours is pretty serious. I mean, taking people's taxpayers' money.
That's it. I mean, if you steal $500, you're doing jail time.
Loaf of bread.
Yeah, if you steal groceries out of a grocery store, you're doing jail time. And she's, you know, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
so,
yeah, this was a case of greed. It's like, that person made a lot, she made good, you know, had a good income and all that, but
oh, she had a great income.
had to have more,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
She had a great income.
Okay. So,
I don't know.
anyway, my arm's getting tired of holding this here. Any last words, Bob? For the moment?
It just seems like to create a new studio, I mean, everything's changed so much. You need a studio, you stick together like you're doing here. Like you said, having a place where you can broadcast from. And calls like this. I don't know.
It would have to be a place where we didn't have the background noise, because we do not have mics at this point.
I have some of those.
Oh, don't you hear any background noise?
Good, good.
Yay! Then we're doing a half decent job. I guess we'll just have to wait until the video is all done and check it out and see what's up.
Camera's pretty slick. Got a lot of auto adjust on the bottom.
Really use this, but I think this is awesome. Because you bring groups together. I don't know how many people you can have on simultaneously. But I know they do like a radio show type thing. Have a whole bunch of people on there. Plus webinars.
Right?
This might sound silly, but I mean, I just heard something about a 1 million man march today. What about a 1 million cell phone march?
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be interesting.
Anyway, I'm just being silly, kind of, but there's power in this. You know, the cell phone has brought a lot of power to people that they didn't have before.
It has. It's exciting. And I always marvel every day how the technology has moved forward so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's getting better and better all the time. And I think this is probably our saving grace as a country from the standpoint of what's going on. We have a president who seems to be a dictator whoever he wants. So we have impeachment trial going on. So maybe we get some good notes from that.
Did you see Ralph's new toy?
No.
I don't know.
No, this camera might on now.
Okay, I'm getting you off camera. I'm going to focus on
Okay.
someone
But
else.
I see you, but who's holding the camera?
You probably
Ralph.
I see.
You
Oh, you see
probably
me.
read
He
about.
wants
Let me
to
turn
see
it around.
the-
Turn it
Oh,
around
it's
so you
Ralph.
can see.
Okay.
There's Ralph. See Ralph?
Hey,
Oh, that's cool.
you probably read about this. This is the Osmo Pocket.
Yeah,
It's,
Osmo.
yeah, it's I'm shooting at 4K, 30 frames per second. So
It's a wave.
it's you know, broadcast quality. Only costs $350. It's mounted on a 3-axis gimbal like cameras on drones, so that you get an extremely stable picture.
That's amazing. Boy, it's every day there's something new popping out, it seems like. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I wish I was there. I should have came.
Now, I've been thinking about this. I think probably the first thing we should do is get a YouTube channel and
Yes.
start putting on videos about restarting URTV and the rest
Are you a member of BitChute at all?
of what.
BitChute?
That's another one.
I've
Okay,
got an
so a
account there,
YouTube
but
with
I
a
don't
shoot.
know. I haven't looked at their rules.
Yeah.
I think there's supposed to be less rules there.
Yeah.
Well, I had a website up for a while. Remember, we were fighting back, and we had charts and graphs and all that stuff. Well, today we can do a video. Plus, we can tell our story, on that YouTube channel. And we have, I think I got a lot of historical stuff somewhere. Because we did charts and graphs, and I think we could send off video and all that kind of stuff. But I think it'd be a good place to introduce ourselves, who we are, what happened. us off anytime they want. We're here, it's our channel, there's nothing they can do about it. Unless we just, I'm sure there's things they can do, but we can definitely make a case for it.
Right.
And then how would we get people come to that channel?
I agree
we do.
totally with Bob.
Ralph has his 2 cents.
Yeah,
Okay, Ralph.
I agree totally with Bob. County
Yes.
and cable should not be involved. We should have our own channels like the YouTube channel
Yeah.
and just start producing stuff and getting on there and get the
501c3.
501c3
Right.
so
Yeah, we
that
don't need them at all.
people can donate
Right.
equipment and money.
Mhm.
Get a
We
GoFundMe
can do a
going.
GoFundMe kind of thing too, I believe.
Yeah.
Right, right. So are you saying we really don't need or want those PEG funds anymore?
I don't
We
think
don't
we
need
will
it.
get
Maybe
them.
not.
I mean,
I need to look at the laws.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Government.
What it is we thought we had control, but they decided on a whim to shut us down because they didn't like what people were saying.
Right,
And we all know public access was where the citizens come in and talk about whatever they want.
right,
Well, now we can do whatever we want. We can make anything we want. Like one idea I had was like in this area, we have a lot of tourists that come, so we can create a site that attracts people. Like, hey, I want to come to Asheville. Is it time to come see the leaves or whatever's going on or activities?
right.
Show what the activities are in Asheville. Like they have a site that I think is the Chamber of Commerce, a really nice enough website. But then again, we can do that too. Nothing stops us from doing anything from the standpoint of what we want to say.
That's
And then
true.
over time, just I mentioned Asheville, you can put keyword searches, we can run little videos and send them out on Facebook. Like I have a website called Something to Ponder,
Right,
and that's pretty good. I haven't really done anything with it, but I do a lot of hits on it, and I thought that was pretty cool to be able to do that. So we have to have some way of attracting people with information or a service or something that attracts people. I'm not saying we all have to be there every day. We just post things. Like Ralph, when I first came to Asheville, that was the first show I saw. We sat there for hours watching his videos driving around the area. So I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
yeah. A lot of people.
And that's the key. If you want to be a broadcaster, you have to broadcast.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we've
So
been
we-
through a long time. You have a lot of technical expertise, and you've done a lot of things. I mean, I have a website that I make my own videos, and it's really cool to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of, I like this. It's kind of exciting because it's something totally new and different from public access, totally. I mean, any citizen can do this. And you can create your own little sideline off of this one.
Right,
You can go
right.
watch, that kind of thing.
But it's having that
But I think
community, the community together. That's a big part of what I'm looking, because we all have our own individual platforms, but it's getting all of our platforms linked up together.
Right. Well, like we talked about, you could have a web page and also put it on Facebook and send people there. And it can show all the things we are doing, different people. They can go watch it. And then maybe have something that would call them to the site periodically. Like I watch a webinar every Friday for a piece of software I use. Now I can't see them, but I can hear the guy presenting it, and I can ask questions. And I watch it because the software I have is fairly complex, and it's really great when you do demos, and I can see how they do it, and I can ask questions. They just did one Sunday. I think it was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they'll go through a couple hours answering people's questions. But I think the big thing is if we can create a site, a website, put that up, and then just basically create the history, public access, what happened to public access, and then how can we get people to go there. Now, obviously, one of the things to do, offer some kind of service, like Asheville has now, but just basically it's basically run by Chamber of Commerce. And the Chamber of Commerce, they'll just tell you all the good news you'll ever experiment. We can do anything we want. It doesn't work. Switch it.
I got an idea, but I
That's
don't talk
cool.
about
I mean,
that.
that's really cool.
Talk about it off the air.
I think that all of our minds are really starting to percolate. Like, it's like, I don't think that we should put out, oh yeah, we're gonna have a website and this is it, until
Right.
we do have it. And, you know, there again, we're gonna go back to that fundraising, the GoFundMe, because in order to have a website, it does cost money, not just for the website, but for the hosting and if we're gonna do streaming and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's really not that expensive. I'm using Amazon S3. I'm a browser that does any of that, and it practically costs us nothing.
Amazon S3,
Yeah, it's called Amazon S3. It's called AWS, Amazon Web Services,
okay?
and they have their own hosting sites. And I've got videos up there, and I set up a video to play and put on my webpage, and it just stores up there, and it's so inexpensive. The time people spend on the site, it makes pennies for thousands and thousands of hits.
So it would also
Instead of signing up for an
pay
investor.
to keep it going if we have enough of people that use it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, initially it wouldn't cost us anything. I'm saying you're like getting thousands of hits or so. Well, YouTube never costs you anything. Technically, back if it's good, you got millions of people watching it, and they'll give you money to play it. But it's usually something that people be interested, like somebody just bought what do they call it, Instant Pot. They got thousands and thousands of hits. Anybody has a question about anything, I mean, they got like 30 answers like quickly. So something comes up, you need an answer, and they all chime in and say what they want to say, and that's pretty cool. But that's great for advertising because when I went in there, I knew nothing about the device,
On
and just
YouTube,
by watching people use it, set it up, cook things in it, it was like, wow, this is really cool. Hey, Ralph.
hey, on YouTube, I've got over 500 videos on my channel, and I monetized them, and you can pick the one you monetize.
Yeah.
They show ads, but it's a revenue stream coming in every month, so
Yeah.
that was one thing URTV didn't have, was revenue,
Right.
other than a few memberships occasionally.
So that the revenue would go into the nonprofit in order to keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying is, it's important to get the YouTube channel up front, because then you have a place to put on videos about starting up URTV, and also videos for other people, so you start growing it and get regular programming going, and regular programming attracts people, and more people coming in,
Yeah,
and more
well,
people.
Yeah.
We have a photography circle here, and we have a Facebook page. It's called the CSL Photography Circle, and people can put their own stuff on. But you can have it managed too. Somebody puts something on. You don't have to keep it on there, but people can post stuff there. And ours, it's private. The only people can get in is if they have. We get their email address and that kind of stuff, and then they come into our site and see it.
Yeah.
But it's private.
Yeah, have passwords.
So that's pretty cool. And we can do that initially, make it private, and just work it that way, doing what we're doing with Facebook, and get a handle on it, and just start like you're doing tonight. I mean, hey, I'm amazed. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that idea that you had just said about the private passcodes and everything, because in the startup process that we're doing, I don't think that we really want, I mean, it's open to the public, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, it's open to the public, but I know that there were quite a few people who were determined to take down public access the last time.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah, it was just unbelievable. It was almost like a sideshow. I just couldn't believe all the attention we were getting, and no thanks to the paper.
Right.
Nashville.
Right.
But I told one of them, I said, you don't give the other side of the story. try something and people
Are we,
will get to.
okay, so with what Bob was just talking about, do we want or need the government? Is that what we are all discussing, that we think that it's better for the community if we just go off on our own?
As long as we don't have control by the government, you see.
So the
We're
less
supposed to
control
be-
we have by the government, the better off we're gonna be?
Yeah, the people should be controlling the government should not be controlling the people.
Right.
And I feel strongly about that too. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. I think the president we have, Trump, is in the perfect and right place to show us how bad it is, how corrupted it is. So I can see us, politicians are really good at using the system, like Robert Reich. He does a lot of his own videos explaining about the economy or different issues, and I think it's great because he's standing there and he's sketching, and now he's talking, and they're just showing the images and videos and things. So I think the politicians are getting into it really well. And I just don't see a lot of expense in it. It's just our time. And if you have something you want to show, like I did one on any topic, like Asheville, talk about Urwnc Parkway, that kind of stuff, or anything you want to talk about.
You gotta show that there's another woman here.
Ew.
That's good.
That's me.
Do you remember Marcia?
Of course he does.
Yeah, I remember Marcia. Of
course he does.
She's a Facebook friend, so I remember all you guys.
How could you forget?
That's great.
I said, how could you forget us?
I can't.
Exactly.
Give it time, give it time. A few more years and you'll forget it.
Yeah.
You just might forget everything, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think people
Hope not.
play those because I don't think people really care about public access, where it came from. I mean, this is like a new start, a new idea, and we probably could do anything we want to do and try different things. So just
Yeah.
until you find your niche.
And not have the government control or have the ability to silence us up again.
So on my
there's
camera,
channels on there, Chris.
excuse
Yeah,
me, but
there's one.
this camera here is telling me that I got like 18 minutes on the SD card and 10 minutes of battery life left.
Okay.
Isn't that something that my cell phone says it's still got 52%?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let me make one last thing I'm just going to say, and then you'll be quiet, is that there's a play from people on there called the Young Turks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They talk about, you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
And that's just somebody, that's something we can do. It's so simple, they set up a story, do a green screen, and it looks really professional, but they just come on and talk about what they want to talk about.
oh yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know how they sponsor themselves, but I occasionally tune in and watch their channel. So
Yeah.
you're going to go all over the world. You won't just be Asheville, but you're going to go everywhere.
There
And then a lot of people are coming here too.
there's lots of programs like that. Lots of programs like that.
So if we find somebody out there who wants a tax write-off and they want to donate a building, a room, whatever, that we can get this started. I mean, maybe they can give us a lease and, give us 6 months, a year in order to start paying or whatever.
Okay.
I would tend to think that it's so inexpensive to put up a site
Yeah.
like we're doing right now tonight. I mean, how much does it cost us to do this?
Just time.
Yeah, we don't need a building, we can do it virtually.
Yeah.
But on,
But the equipment, see, that's another one of those nice things with the media center, was the equipment for people who don't have
Yeah, for editing purposes. Depends
toys.
on, it all depends on what you're trying to do.
Right, and I think that's a big part of is having the
But-
equipment that people
Yeah,
can
But
use.
again, to get
The
started,
other
we
thing
just
is
need
too,
a
like,
YouTube
we all, pretty
channel.
much everybody has an iPhone too.
No,
Lots
I
of
don't.
people
I don't have
do
one.
video.
Don't want one.
You don't have one? Oh my
Right.
God.
I have Android and that's what I like.
Oh, what's Android? That's still a smartphone.
Yeah,
But,
you just mean a
A
smartphone.
smart ass phone, what are you talking about?
I
Okay.
But it's always 10% inspiration, 9%.
Well, I think another big key here is just people coming together,
Yeah,
instead of, being isolated.
Right.
Because this technology has somewhat caused people, like Facebook has caused a lot of people to maybe be in touch in a texting world, but not
Right.
not together like they used to be or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
well, like
plus
tonight,
and
it's like
minuses.
the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. This is like kind of like the first night of something
Yes.
where we want to take it.
Mhm.
So, and it can be totally different, anything we want to do, but maybe find something that people would tune in to see what's going on. Like, especially Asheville, there's a lot of people who live here.
Mhm.
My son-in-law, he's into real estate. We've got a lot of people coming up here. I noticed the traffic's picked up, and
Big
this
time.
is the go-to spot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
This has been a quick look at the first meeting of reestablishing URTV.
Anyway, this for me.
Performance reporting.
Yeah.
I'm running out SD card.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that soon. Also-
Everybody's running out.
But anyway, I'm running out of SD cards, but I'm running into a lot of ideas popping up in my head.
Yeah,
And we can discuss these things with each other. And I'm sure
write it down.
if there's anybody watching out there that they have some cool ideas, they think anyway, even if they think they're dumb ideas, whatever. Anyway, I'm willing to hear them.
yeah.
Just send us comments or whatever. And
Yeah.
And
Well,
Larry,
that's how public access started too.
yeah, Larry, you're streaming on what,
Facebook?
I'm on Facebook right now.
on the Community Media Center? Is that
No,
there?
Larry over
just
there, he's
on
on
my
Facebook.
site.
Oh, you're just on
Just
your
on mine.
Facebook page?
streaming on his page.
Okay,
But he's
Right on
friends with
Ellis
like everybody.
Yeah, but he can
Okay.
share. He can go ahead and share that with whoever he wants.
yeah,
Public,
yeah.
probably is right now.
And
I'll
then
send it
we
over
have
to
the WNC Community Media Center producers. So I think that for right now, we'll upload what we're doing onto
Yeah.
that site. Isn't that how we all
And
were able to connect for this one?
So I'm just recording with this camera, and I will transfer it to a computer,
Yeah,
and then on the digital format on the web that can be distributed to people.
yeah,
Put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube is where I'll
Right.
most easy place for me to
I'll
plug it.
post on
And then you can
YouTube
make
and
it
then
private
link it
and
on
then just send out the.
producer
but
site.
On
yeah,
the
you
producer
keep it
site?
private if you so choose.
Yeah, whatever.
okay. So yeah, let's just use the producer site for right now until we get something more concrete of a newer one or whatever. And I guess that, anybody wanna meet up next week? Or how about if you check out the, Community Media Center page, producers page on Facebook, and keep a track of that, or you guys have my email, and send your ideas, suggestions, and let's start getting our community center going, or community connected.
You can have it going immediately with the YouTube channel.
Yep.
There we go.
So I'm gonna.
And other people will want to join in and they will contribute and it will grow.
Right.
I'm going to suggest that this meeting is officially adjourned.
Do I get a second?
For now.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
second
second
it.
it.
All right, there we go.
That's good. I got just 4 minutes on the batteries.
And as they say, love you.
The battery rules.
Love you guys
Okay.
too. Yeah, this is great. I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to it.
So, I'll see you later, Bob.
All right, take care.
See you, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Guys, I
Way
got
cool. Thank